Angelina Jolie, Amal Clooney drove Meg crazy, let it slip Archie as borrowed baby in a next podcast. Meghan Markle has invited the likes of Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, Sophie Gregory Trudeau, and several other powerful women on a Spotify podcast, Archetypes. The Duchess of Sussex was criticised by the British tabloid media and monarchists in the UK after each episode of a podcast was released. While many in the UK think she would regret her decision to leave the royal family, her supporters are convinced that she is on her way to becoming a star. After every episode of a podcast, her critics and supporters start guessing about her next guest. Going by the list of women who've appeared on Archetypes, it's been expected that the likes of Angelina Jolie and Amal Clooney may also appear on the podcast. The reason people think activists and celebrities like Amal and Angelina may appear on the podcast is they believe that the two women would be willing to lend support to Meghan Markle because she's been the target of online bullying and racism. Recently, Meghan Markle reportedly came under heavy conspiracy theories over son Archie's birth despite the Queen's ruling on the birth certificate. A barrage of social media hate, netizens and wild conspiracy stories following Meghan Markle well into her pregnancy and birth with a firstborn child Archie Harrison. One was surrounding her use of a surrogate to give birth to a child and an entire fake pregnancy. However, it's also important to note that Meghan was not the only royal to face speculations and conspiracy theories regarding the birth of a son. Back in 1688, King James II's wife Mary of Modena also faced similar claims, despite having over 42 witnesses present during the birth. According to The Express, at the time many spun stories and accused her of having sneaked a baby in a warming pan or through a secret door in the bedhead. Professor May Thistle even dubbed it the first media circus surrounding a royal birth. The custom of birth verification was abolished in 1948 by Queen Elizabeth herself, shortly before the birth of her son Prince Charles. This rule allowed royal women more privacy during the birthing process. Even the birth of her second, Lilibet, became international news, for she's the first great-grandchild of the Queen ever to be born outside British soil. In other news, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will never return to the royal family, even if the couple is not successful with their work in the US, it's claimed. Royal expert Angela Levin believes that Meghan and Harry will not return to the royal fold, despite King Charles would like to see the son come back to the UK as a full-time working royal. Angela Levin, who's the author of Camilla, From Outsider to Queen Consort, said, "Well, I'm sure King Charles would like for Meghan and Harry to return, because he's always loved Harry, and if you're a father you'll always love your child, although you don't like what they're doing." However, she said the couple won't return to the royal family even if they fail in the US. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry stepped down as senior royals in 2020 and live in California with their children Archie and Lilibet.